Well, that's what's happening. The reason we create art is because we seek to understand ourselves, yeah. And your art and creative work is a reflection of your soul and your imagination in a form that you can bear witness to and appreciate. It is the imagery or sound or words that are the incarnation of the true you. It is the purest form of what can only be called the self, regardless of what that medium is. So if you don't create true art in your lifetime, then your soul dies with you. And it is the only way to draw out what is brewing deep inside and bring it out into the physical world, or the sensory world, I should say. You know, like a manifestation of you, the true you, that can be both perceived and felt. And you shouldn't stop creating just because your work or your creation isn't getting traction or gaining massive viewership. Because while I say we should create art to better understand ourselves, we often create it so that other people can better understand us as well. Like we often create art because we want to create this manifestation of ourselves so that other people can see it and they can understand how we feel. And like so that the other egos around us that we share this life with can see and perceive this true manifestation of your soul, of your ego. And then you can feel seen and understood. And your ego becomes happy because it feels connected and known by the others. Otherwise, we might kind of feel lonely, or that our work isn't good enough, even that your existence isn't acknowledged or validated. You know, if you create something really, you feel it's really good and other people don't seem to see it, you know, that can hurt. You know, you don't feel like your existence is acknowledged or validated, and everyone wants to have their existence acknowledged and validated. Because especially when we try so hard to put it out there, this in many cases can even prompt you to try and change yourself to fit a more commercial narrative and become less unique and creative in an attempt to gain acceptance and exposure. Never do that. Never change. Never try to fit into a mold of what others deem. And it's not a bad thing to publicly share your creative endeavours, even though it probably seems like I'm ripping on it. You know, like only posers post their work. Oh, you're a sellout. You know, if you post your art on social media or SoundCloud or whatever the fuck, I think that you should put it out there, no matter what, no matter how many views or likes it gets online. A large part of the human experience is to try and connect with others, and the world is better with you in it. The world does need to have your soul on display. Other people in their lives can become enriched by your presence and inspiration, and now it's easier now to do it than any other time in history because of internet and social platforms like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Or these are great for connecting our souls and our minds in a way by sharing our art and creations. But the main reason you should create art is not to be understood by others or to receive any sort of acknowledgement, but to understand yourself and create existing, tangible evidence of your mind for yourself that you can reflect on and enjoy the process of making. Enjoy the process of self-discovery and meditation. Enjoy being able to witness your own soul and admire its beauty and ugliness. And that again, you can share it with others, just like you can receive and appreciate their work. To create no matter what, because it only really matters to you what you do. never stop creating and never stop putting your work out there. Try to get that in one take. It was a bit dodgy. Have a good one.